Welcome to Shorty SuperCoach, and today we're going to discuss Jacob Hopper. He's on all SuperCoach's lips, and quite frankly, a lot of the AFL media lips as well. So who is he? He's a Giants Academy player last year, captained the New South Wales and ACT side and was their MVP, as well as being named All-Australian in the Under-18 comp. He's an absolute star, we all know that. Of course, he was taken pick 7 last year. He's created a bit of controversy because of the whole Academy war with Victorian clubs versus the Giants Academy and things like that. And he's an inside beast, 186 centimetres, 85 kilos, and that's been on display quite early in his AFL career already. He had to wait quite a while to get that AFL berth, where possibly in other clubs, weaker clubs, he would have debuted already. But his strengths are no doubt his inside ability to win that ball. And of course, he's just an all-round great player. He's touted as a future star. So we all know that. His SuperCoach numbers, I'll touch on his price first. I think that's obviously the most relevant bit. He's $193,800. Quite pricey. I'll discuss that later. But his scores, he went bang first up. He went 32 touches, 106 SuperCoach points. That included 9 clearances, 17 contested and 2 tackles. And backed it up with a pretty handy score against the Dogs. 74 points, that's reasonable. 18 touches, 8 contested, 3 tackles and 3 clearances. Now, a lot of people are trading him in. A lot have already traded him in. Now, the reason I made this video, because I think it's very relevant. I'll discuss more of the full week stuff in the weekend preview, which will be tomorrow. But I just wanted to touch on this now because I think it is important, and I don't think it's as straightforward as perhaps some people are saying. I've seen a lot of people just, got to make room to bring in Hopper. How are you bringing in Hopper? All the talk is, how can we bring this kid in? Yes, he started fantastic. We know his strengths. We know what he's good at. We know the upside. But sometimes you got to look at the potential things that can go wrong and, work from there. Because, look, credit to him, 106 points on debut. That was against an extremely weak Gold Coast side. Just depleted midfield. He got good time in there, I must say. And, they lost by 91 points, the Suns. So he made the most of it. He looked very classy, I know. But let's face it, he's in a quality side. He's not going to get huge amount of opportunity through the midfield. He'll get a reasonable amount. Griffin's still to come back as well. But look, I think he'll get genuine time in there, but not just be all and end all like you might at a small club. I don't think we'll see him keep this 90 average up, which some people, might be hoping. Some might argue he only needs to average 80, 75. Fair call. I can see him definitely averaging around that 75 to 80 mark. But here's my main point. He's $193,000. Now that's a lot of cash to pay for a guy who plays in one of the best sides in the competition, a midfield that has genuine guns all over it. I know he's worked his way in and earned his chance. He's obviously thereabouts, but it becomes with a bit of an element of risks, no doubt. I mean, he's not going to be guaranteed a game each week. They've got stacks of mids to choose from, so it's just food for thought. Mind you, I think he'll be a good player. My main point is, you can probably go, look at the case study, Matheson versus Hopper. Of course, Matheson debuted. He's called beast mode for a reason. He too is a contested ball monster. Slipped a fair bit in the draft because, he lacked a little bit athletically. But he'll get stacks of opportunity in that Brisbane midfield. You don't have to get him in this week because he'll be on the bubble next week. Scored 59 points, so-so, but I think he'll get just as much opportunity as Hopper, no doubt. And he's $77,000 cheaper. Now you might go, Shorty, loosen the purse strings, mate. Just spend it. Hopper's a gun. I don't go by that theory as much. I mean, I'm not saying that Hopper won't come out and average 80 points a week and play most of the games for the rest of the year. I'm just saying there might be better value. Matheson, I reckon, can come out and average around low 70s, mid 70s, and make more money. And the reason, it might sound a little bit petty and things like that, but $76,000 can go a long way, especially this time of the year. You know, I really think we want to eke as much dosh out of all the cash cows we can. You know, you got George Hewitt sitting on the bench. You know, you can downgrade him and you can get 120,000, or you can get close to 200,000, and then it's twofold, because all of a sudden you can upgrade Kerridge to, you know, so-and-so, or Dangerfield. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, think about it. If you have a good think about it and you still think, nah, I love Hopper, he's a gun, there's a reason he's, you know, captain this, captain that, All-Australian here, contested ball there. If you're sold on Hopper, by all means, go for it. If you want my personal opinion, I won't be getting him. I think I like the looks of Matheson down the track. I think there'll be more options through the midfield as well. I'm not in dire need to downgrade a midfielder at this point in time either, so I don't think he warrants absolute must-have selection. I will say I am definitely looking to squeeze as much cash as I can, because I want to get to my full premium side as quickly as possible. And doing the equations, the plans I talk about all the time, I've gotten the figures out, I've had a look, and look, 76k, it'll go a long way. It'll save me a week. It'll save me a trade. You know, I'll be able to do this before I do that kind of thing. It does help in the long run, and I talk about, you know, being smart and efficient with trades. This, I feel, is an example. I've harped on it a few times in the past to go for this option because it's 30k cheaper. Trade him out this week, not that week, because it'll save you 40k. You know, this guy's making money this week, this guy's dropping money this week. Save it till next week. Saves you a cumulative $50,000. Now, if you trade smart and do it efficiently over the course of 4 to 5 weeks, I truly believe that can save you anywhere from $150,000 to $300,000. And I feel this Hopper move can just add another 76k to that little tally of efficient trading. I don't want to feel like or sound like this is just bagging out Jacob Hopper, because I think he is a potential chance to win the Rising Star. But just bear in mind and look at not why you should pick him, but why not. Because everyone's telling you why you should pick him. Sometimes it's about why not. You know, he's in a great side. Plenty of midfielders rolling through there. He's still young. He's playing his third game this weekend. Don't expect a 90 average, you know. And he might get rested at times. All these sort of things. I know you could probably argue the same for Matheson, but my overriding point is the money. $76,000, you know, it's half a trade. You know, a lot of people talk about trades being about $150,000, you know, when you add it all up and work it out. It's half a trade, so I'm all for saving it. There's options there that I feel could do us better. So I will not be getting in Hopper. Let me know your thoughts on that. If you think I'm totally wrong and off the planet, let me know as well. But I've heard a lot of people just jumping on board and getting on him as quick as they can. There have been a few people who are bypassing him as well, and that's fair enough. But this is just my humble opinion. It works in better to my strategy and long-term plan for not only this week but long-term to bypass him. So that's just my thoughts. I'm not telling you don't do it. I'm just painting both sides of the story, because basically every paper you read, most forums you go to, you'll only read and see one side of it, and that's Hopper's a gun, he'll win everything, he'll rack up points all day long. But I'm just playing the devil's advocate, I suppose. So give me your thoughts on that. Give the video a like if you enjoyed it. I'd like to hear your thoughts on this one for sure. The weekend preview will be at some stage Friday afternoon. I thought I'd pump this one out tonight, and then you know, I'll still do the preview myself tonight, but probably release it, you know, mid tomorrow rather than doing it, you know, 11 o'clock midnight tonight. So stay tuned for that as well. Subscribe to the channel as always, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.